Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Kimberly Angel. We're checking out Xavier's Eulogy of Light. So this is the card where we have lightsabers battles, I'm assuming, because obviously they have them together, and I think it looks really cool that Xavier gets the lightsabers. It says Destiny weaves its puzzles with time as its pen. So we know that according to this, Xavier's the former prince of the empire that we're ruling right now, I think. So I don't know what's going on with that, because it seems like he was gone this whole time and then magically appeared. But yeah, let's go check out what's going to be happening with Xavier here. The Lower Galaxy Outer Rim Research Facility.
When time and space meet as opposing currents, the strangest vortexes form amongst the stars. In legends known throughout the cosmic empire, the vortex is called the Interstellar Gate.
Okay.
Inside it, time and space no longer follow ordinary laws. Past, present, and future flow together as one.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So they have a little vortex that connects a bunch of timelines together? The Interstellar Gate opens to reshape time, and chains of destiny will break. New hope will clear away the cosmic dust, and future's pages will part the mist. Those ancient verses echo in my mind, and emotion for the scholar beside me to continue. With practice ease, the scholar taps the holographic screen. A star map unfolds before us, and a red dot blinks on it.
The Interstellar Gate is more than a theoretical existence. This red dot, our current location. It's exactly where it will appear.
Oh, okay.
If we can't find a method to control it,
Then we could see the future?
we can even shape it.
Oh no. As the newly crowned Empress of the Cosmic Empire, my greatest obstacle is Grand Elder Sayo. He has survived rulers since the old dynasty was established 300 years ago, and his power is only second to the throne. When the old dynasty last emperor died, one era ended and a new one began. No longer a regent, Sayo retreated to the Assembly of Elders. At least that's the story told to the public. To be honest, even as the Empress, I often have to listen and abide by his will. Sayo has always opposed researching into the Interstellar Gate, and he meddles with many of my decisions as well. If I can seize the Interstellar Gate's power, I might be able to rid myself of him.
Your Majesty, look!
I raise my head and follow the scholar's gesture to the window. In Deepspace's silence, an enormous vortex opens before us. Oh, okay. Lacking golden swirl flow, they twist together and surge outward in endless waves. Unreal, indescribably strange, it's as if an ancient legend slowly waking up from his long slumber. Oh, look at the little, yellow, lights. So does Xavier literally come from this? There's another violent tremor. Oh god. The raging currents collapse and scatter into countless shimmering fragments.
The Interstellar Gate appears to be unstable. It can't stay open for long.
So traveling here was pointless. Before I order my party to retreat to Allure, a speck of light appears in the vortex center. Something is crossing over from the other side. A sleeping pod? How could such a thing emerge from the Interstellar Gate? The rest of the legend returns to my mind. Radiant stars shall sail from the Interstellar Gate, and the unknown forges the path ahead. The lost will find their homeland, and the Empire shall endure forevermore. Guards, lower the platform. Bring the pod aboard. I'll see what lies inside. Okay, so he has to be in there because he's the sleepy boy, so he's sleeping inside the pod. After dismissing my attendants, I slowly walk towards the sleeping pod resting on the platform. It's a model that was discontinued 200 years ago. A thin layer of frost covers the transparent window and faintly reveals the face of a man inside. He lies quietly in the cramped pod. His body and mind has been sealed by time. After studying the pod's structure, I press the button to open it. There's a soft sound and a hatch lifts. Cold white vapor rushes out. Okay, he's okay. Wake up. The man remains unresponsive. Carefully examining him, I lean in. His features are reminiscent of a finely carved work of art. Profound serenity rests on his face, and beside his hand lies a sharp sword. It glimmers with a cold light. These engravings only appear on weapons belonging to the old royal family. Now, only Sayo carries a ceremonial sword with this pattern. But who are you? A royal sword, an ancient sleeping pod. I closely study him, and a single name bursts into my mind. Isn't Xavier the last crown prince of the old dynasty? According to the history textbooks, Prince Xavier formed an expedition team to venture into deep space 300 years ago. He sought out the interstellar gate, but tragedy struck on the journey. The entire expedition died, their remains vanishing into an endless cosmos without a trace. The royal family lost its brightest heir, while the monarch had to say goodbye to his most beloved son. Soon after, grief consumed him, and he died. Grand Elder Sayo, a distant relative and close confidant of the monarch, declared himself a regent after the monarch's passing. The old dynasty fell, and a new era began. Xavier and the age he belonged to became nothing more than history. Yet I never expected to find him here. He's a man that's rumored in history thought had died. Because none of the people know what happened to what. Oh, wow. This is very interesting. Like, they really tied, like, his lore into this, the way he is, like, now. Oh, this is really interesting. Someone connected to Saya. Oh, she's gonna use him to, like, get rid of the guy, because that was the main thing that she was talking about. Like, right before he came. Could he be an unknown variable? Should I save him? Close and cast the pod back into space or wake up. Okay, so I guess if we do this, the first one is the bad ending, I'm assuming. We'll do the bad ending with him first. The unknown means danger. It'd be better if I didn't take that risk. So what the heck do we do with him? I closed the sleeping pod, summoned the Imperial Guard's captain, and ordered to him to send it back into the boundless cosmos. And I could they start playing this music. Only after a significant amount of time has passed did I learn the truth. If you fear the unknown, you lose your chance to embrace hope. Trapped in an endless struggle with the assembly of elders, I discovered the only path I could walk was one lined with thorns. The constant strife left me weary in body and spirit. What ended my suffering was a familiar blade. One day, Xavier stormed into the palace alone and drove his soul. What? What just... Wait, so he just came back out of nowhere? I never learned how Xavier survived. I only knew that his body was covered in scars and his eyes held nothing but cold indifference. After the assassination, the balance of power teetered on the edge of collapse. The order I worked so hard to preserve disappeared. Xavier's return was brief, yet the reason for decades of irreconcilable division could be traced back to that day. After every exhausting council meeting, I wondered if this was the price I paid for refusing to save him. Day after day, year after year, I dragged the Empire's broken body. I didn't need to interstellar gate to glimpse into the future. The ending was clear. What? What? Huh. I'm kind of like... What? Okay, so obviously we sent him back out to space. But then he magically came back, assassinated him, and then it kind of ruined everything. Okay. Alright, I'm slightly like, what? Because I thought it would have just been like, oh, we still have to deal with the guy and that's it. But like, I wasn't expecting him to come back out of nowhere, assassinate him, and then it's like, oh, well, it made everything worse because he did that. And he's like, and then our girl's like, well, this is the price I paid for not saving him. I just put him back. This is what happens to me. Alright, let's go back and redo it. Okay, so this one, we have to wake him up. I press the button for emergency resuscitation. The pod restores the temperature, oxygen, and carbon dioxide to safe levels. I'll wait for him to wake up. Minutes pass one after another. The man inside doesn't stir. So, Xavier, wake up. I reach out to check his breathing. It's faint. I move my fingers to his neck and check his pulse. His breathing and pulse hasn't stabilized. Something's not right. I guess we could try to perform it? I think for a moment before leaning down, one of my hands supports his neck. Oh god. One is it? And the other tilts his chin back. His skin feels cold. My gaze traces the sharp lines of his jaw before drifting to his lips. God damn, are you thirsty for him already? He hasn't woken up yet. He's like, Snow White right now. Like, calm it down. Oh, I'm the idiot. I'm such an idiot. I forgot that she has to, like, help him. Well, I'm the idiot already. Alright. I pinch his nose so that no air would escape. Then I lower my mouth towards his. Before I can continue, a cold arm presses against my neck. The pressure is weak, but the warning is obvious. Xavier opens his eyes.
Impudent.
I move back and brush away the loose strands of hair in his face. What a shame. Don't overthink it. I only wanted to wake you up. I'm the idiot who freaking thought, you know, like she was already thirsting for him. And I was like, oh yeah, I already forgot that she was going to do CPR. He coldly stares at me and his hand grips the sword at his side. Noticing his movement, I shrug, smile, and pull out my firearm. If I were you, I'd set that blade down and politely thank the person who saved you. You've been in stasis for too long. You won't be able to fight me in your current condition. And if I wanted you to die, I would have killed you already. The air grows heavy with certain emotion. He hesitates before using his sword to push himself up. He forces his weakened body to stand. Xavier, where are you going?
When you address royalty, you should follow proper etiquette.
I raise my eyebrow and cross my arms. Are you saying the Empress of the Cosmic Empire should honor a commoner? Xavier stops in his tracks, the sharpness in his eyes softening into confusion. His gaze drifts into the finely crafted gun to the state-of-the-art starship's interior that we stand in. Then it lands on the ancient sleeping pod.
What year is it?
Cosmic year 649. Your dynasty fell 300 years ago. You're no longer a prince, and the Empire is no longer the one you remember. He lowers his sword quietly. Seconds pass. It seems as though he believes me.
Escort me.
You wish. You were cold and hostile. I'm already starting to regret saving you.
That's not what I did. I have cryosickness because I spent too much time in the pod. I feel nauseous. Take me back to the Empire. I'm willing to...
Oh no, he passed out! Xavier's voice trails off and vanishes into the air before he can finish. His body suddenly loses all his strength, and he falls towards me without warning. His cold face crushes into my neck. I try to steady him, but the impact pushes me back. The chair tips over. Xavier drags me down with him, and we fall onto the floor.
Your Majesty, what happened?
On the ground, I push aside Xavier's tousled hair and let out a quiet sigh. Close the doors. What happened today, along with this man's existence, must be kept a secret. Several days later. Alright. A physical examination shows Xavier's body is mostly alright. The cryosickness is real, so he needs time to recover. Uncertain of Xavier's true ties to Sayo, I took the time to contemplate my next move. In the end, I decided to quietly bring him back to the Cosmic Empire. I began digging through the records related to the lost expedition team and searched for any traces of the truth behind Xavier. The last transmission from the expedition reported heavy artillery fire after leaving the Allure galaxy. The assailants were piloting the Empire starships, and they were used weapons only the Imperial military could possess. Who could command them and know the prince's exact route 300 years ago? Aside from the monarch, only Saya would have been capable of such a feat. Maybe he's the reason why Xavier got lost. Like, he maybe sabotaged the Empire, like, the Emperor's family and the monarch and everything. Maybe he did that because he wanted to be, like, could be, you know, a situation. I push open the door to her room. Sunlight spills across a blanket that forms the shape of a sleeping human. Xavier appears to be resting. If I can spark his thirst for revenge, he'll be the perfect weapon against Sayo. I clear my throat a few times. He doesn't respond. Xavier? I pull back the blanket only to find pillows and clothes. Xavier is gone. What is this? Where is he?
Your Majesty, that gentleman said he doesn't like people near him and dismissed us. We don't know where he went.
He just left. He rules the palace now?
The secretary said he was your favorite, so we didn't dare to upset him.
Wow. My favorite? Speechless, I turn my gaze to the secretary.
My apologies, Your Majesty. You told me to find an excuse to hide him, so I...
Okay. Never mind. But this cannot happen again. Now we gotta find him. Before the guards can track down Xavier, I return to my study to deal with the stack of royal decrees that require my signature. But when I open the door, I sense something is amiss. The royal decrees on my desk have been tampered with. My hand flies to the gun on my waist, yet before I can draw it, I'm pulled into the study.
Shh. Don't shout. It's me.
I swat Xavier's hand away and narrow my eyes. How did you get in here?
I walked in.
The guards let you stroll into my study?
Aren't I the Empress's favorite?
Enough. Stop talking.
I was also told that I'm the first one.
Don't you dare say another word. I cover Xavier's mouth and pin him against the wall. Don't think you can distract me. Why were you going through my documents? Xavier doesn't struggle or flinch. He calmly removes my hand.
I was looking for the key to the archives.
What do you want to do there?
I wish to find something that benefits you. I assume the evidence against your greatest enemy, Grand Elder Sio, would be useful.
Okay, Sio. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
While I was resting, I heard you ask your secretary for records about my expedition. You studied every page that mentioned me or Sio. You kept me hidden in luxury, gave me the best physicians. You want me to be the blade that deals the fatal blow to your enemy.
He's only been away for a short time, yet he's gathered this much information. Perhaps he could actually be my sharpest weapon. I smile and speak softly. You're in a hurry to look for this evidence. You care about the mastermind behind the ambush as much as I do. Your silence is enough. Don't worry. If CEO was behind that attack, I promise justice will... Oh my god, whatever. Xavier catches my hand, steps forward, and pulls me close. He lowers his head, his warm breath brushing against my ear.
Is it justice that you seek for me? Or are you consumed by your hunger for power?
Wow. It's not justice for you. At the moment, it's more for her. Like, she wants to get more power, to do more things for the Empire, because she can't do so without having to talk to Sayo about it. His deep voice, seemingly caressing my ear, almost feels like an intimate whisper. I meet his gaze, and my polite smile widens. Does it matter? When he was the crown prince, he knew how to weigh his priorities, and one was certain he would give me the answer I desire.
If our goals align, that's enough.
Well, I guess if they want to go after him, it works out, right? Indeed, so let's cooperate. I give his hand a squeeze and end the test between us. Didn't you want to visit the archives? Come with me. The archives can be found in the west wing of the palace. It's the second room from the left along the gallery. Records from 3 centuries ago are too fragile. They're sealed away in alley preservation vaults and stored in a vacuum. The archives only have a massive curved display where scanned copies can be accessed. All the records are in the database. You can search for anything you want. Xavier presses a button and the display hums to life. His hand hovers above the table. Doubt and uncertainty flickers in his gaze as he floats between the screen and the table. What are you looking for?
The control panel.
It's a touchscreen. Use your fingers. We gotta have to teach him modern stuff. He doesn't know nothing.
You have my thanks.
Before I move my chair back, Xavier types in a few words. Royal Skyguard. It's called the Imperial Division of Sky Security now.
Thank you.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Xavier is startled and quickly steps back from the display. Confused, I frown. Xavier points at the pop-up I've closed earlier.
Someone was calling you.
This is so funny because he's like, what the fuck is all this technology? Like, he's like, I don't know none of these shit. Oh my god. I freeze because I realize he's referring to the archival assistant. My lips twitch as I look away. I'm sorry, this is so funny. This archival assistant, it helps you quickly search through the records.
Oh. I appreciate the explanation.
I realize with painful clarity that 300 years isn't just a phrase, it's real. Shall I help you adjust to modern society later?
By later, do you mean
Tonight. Xavier is ready to refuse, but after almost deleting the entire database, he reluctantly accepts my offer. Like, you need to learn, sweetie. At night, a spacecraft quietly slips out of the palace. It carries me and Xavier to a street with restaurants and stalls abound. As we arrive, I make it fly low and slow our speed so that Xavier can take in the scenery. The clock strikes the hour. Holograms shimmer to life around the square, and theater's posters comes into focus.
The Royal Theatre shall present an epic of the era. The Lingering Sword will be premiering soon.
Do you want to see it? I heard the cast is spectacular this time.
What is it about?
It focuses on a prince who seeks revenge against his uncle. I lean in and lower my voice as I tease him. Doesn't it remind you of what you plan to do? But unlike you, this prince is brooding and indecisive. He's kind and idealistic, and unfortunately, it only leads to tragedy. I summarize the play's plot. When I finish, Xavier looks at me.
Do you admire that kind of person?
I do or I don't. I don't know. Admiring someone that's seeking revenge? I don't know. I don't? There's no room for idealism and power struggles. I can appreciate such themes in the story, but in reality, I bear the responsibility for securing the Empire's future. Xavier glances at our surroundings. The laughter in the streets and alleys seems to ease his mood.
Compared to what he's capable of, you're more suited to rule.
Of course. Now choose a place to eat. This is the Empire's oldest, most famous hub for cuisine. It's been present long before I was born.
It's undergone significant changes.
You've been here before?
Yes. Back then, there was only an inn for travelers.
Xavier points to the towering restaurant in the distance.
Let's go with that.
Above it hangs a huge sign which reads, Flavorful Satisfaction is the restaurant's name. Only then do I remember that this is the all-you-can-eat barbecue place. It sparked this area's food craze. I recall their famous tagline was something along the lines of, We've been serving deliciousness for 300 years. It's so good that even the prince approves. Xavier, do their words ring true? As expected, all their slogans are fake.
They didn't lie about one thing. Their barbecue is excellent. However, they weren't exactly happy to see me at the time.
Why?
The restaurant's owner found out who I was and begged me not to return. They said I ate too much. Making a profit was impossible for them.
Impossible. Xavier doesn't look like someone with a huge appetite. Oh no, he definitely has a huge appetite. I don't believe you. Show me.
All right. I'll prove it to you.
Oh no. Xavier opens his palm to receive a small golden bead.
I brought enough to cover the cost of our meal.
That's not enough at this point. I take a step and gently close his hands. 100 years ago, scholars discovered a planet on the edge of the Allura galaxy with gold mines. Their supply is inexhaustible. Xavier, you're in a different era. Gold isn't worth much anymore. Look at his face. He quietly slips bead back into his pocket. Back then it would have covered a whole meal, but now we have to pay for the meal. In the end, we enter the restaurant that served barbecue. Xavier ate with elegance for 2 hours without pause. With a knife and fork, he was slow yet steady. When time was up, he set down his utensils and walked out. The restaurant owners looked relieved. When I visited at a later date, I discovered that they shortened the dining limit to 1 hour and 30 minutes. What? Wow. Is it all because of him? A month later, Xavier discovered something suspicious hidden among the endless deployment records. On the day I was ambushed, several military structures had conveniently lost their warp logs due to radiation interference. Meanwhile, I combed through the medical records of past monarchs and found a discrepancy. Ooh, okay, what we got here? In my royal bedchamber, I summoned Xavier and asked for a tray with intricate desserts. Are you frustrated that we still haven't found definitive evidence pointing to the culprit?
Not necessarily. At the very least, the truth isn't impossible to find. You can voice your thoughts if you'd like. To have a troubled expression on your face. Do you think I'm unaware that something's bothering you?
While you were reviewing the deployment logs, I checked your father's medical records. Saya regularly sent him tinctures during the time his health declined. The Grand Elder claimed they would improve his well-being.
You suspect Xio murdered my father.
I nod. Xavier's expression is icy. It's as though a cold wind has swept
I
into
knew about those endless power struggles long ago.
Aw.
I had many reasons to find the interstellar gate. One of them was to avoid witnessing them tear each other apart.
Aw, the way he says it is like... It's as though his cold wind has swept in to remove the last trace of warmth. Okay.
I never thought the first victims would be my comrades.
Yeah, that's so messed up because, like, he did this because he wanted to prevent something bad from happening, and then in the end, stuff still went wrong because someone was sabotaging him and his father and everybody and the whole monarch royal family. And that really sucks. And now that he's, the only one alive, he obviously wants to figure out who did this to him and his, friends, family, and everything. So it's like, it's great. It sucks, like, for him. The air is heavy with silence. Nothing moves in the bedchamber. Only a maid knocking on the door breaks the quietly brewing storm. Eat. I push the tray towards Xavier and dismiss the maid with a wave of my hand.
Did you have these made just for me?
This is a simple act of hospitality. I turn my head away. I'm the Empress. There's no need to coddle anyone. But if I admit this care is only for him, then the secretary's word about my favorite might actually be realized.
Is that so?
I pick up the sourest candy on the plate and pop it into his mouth. Xavier swallows it without harboring any suspicions. The sour coating wipes away his cold expression at last. Bite it. The sour shell cracks to release sweet jam. It coats his tongue with relief. Sweetness comes after bitterness.
It wasn't bitter, though. It was sour.
I feel slightly annoyed. I try to comfort someone for the first time, and he doesn't even flinch.
Are those words truly from your heart? Or is this one method the Empress uses to obtain loyalty?
Why would I use food to gain people's favor? I believe the road ahead doesn't have to be walked alone. We could be partners. After all, only you and I know how cold the throne is. Xavier falls silent, then he picks up a pastry from the plate and holds it to my lips.
In that case, we'll walk the road ahead together.
I bite down without any hesitation before using his finger to wipe the cream from the corner of my mouth. So, what's your next move?
Strike first to make Xio expose himself.
With his dual-lated bloodline and lack of succession rights, Xio obsessively clings to his reputation. We're giving materials of his own medicine and ensure his schemes are recorded in history forever. That's Xavier's goal. After our discussion, we reached an agreement. On Xio's birthday, we will deliver a gift he'd never forget. Oh man, how are they gonna do this? 1 month later. Okay.
To our most esteemed Grand Elder Xio. Without him, the Empire could never have preserved its former glory.
May your life be like the finest wine as it grows richer with every passing year.
Your blessings today will forever remain in my heart.
At the banquet, Xio glows with pride. His hair is snow white, yet his voice carries strength. After exchanging pleasantries, he takes a seat. He directs a mirthful gaze towards me.
I heard your majesty has met with scholars to review research pertaining to the interstellar gate. The Empire's finances are already strained. We shouldn't waste resources on such matters.
That's so bad that this is technically important history to know, and he's technically telling her, like, no, you shouldn't learn any of it. Like, why would you sabotage this? Because as the Empress, being the new one that has to rule the whole galaxy that you're for you should know what happened back then. You should know what the interstellar gate is, right? And he's actively being like, no, you shouldn't know any of that. You don't need to learn about that. Does the Grand Elder oppose us so strongly because of Xavier? It makes sense considering he's the Crown Prince who vanished while exploring the interstellar gate. Xio freezes, then a wave of grief spread across his face.
Precisely. He was so gifted and principled. If only he were still with us. Alas,
I suppose I chose the perfect gift for your birthday then. I tap my goblet and the banquet hall slowly falls silent. Grand Elder, look. Who is that? The doors open. Almost all the lights dim as spotlights from the ceiling converge on the red carpet. Under the dazzling glow, Xavier slowly steps forward. His gaze is cold and clear, and the sword at his waist glints coldly. Everyone freezes and holds their breath. The only sound present are the ticking clock and his sharp footsteps. Each one is like a bullet being loaded. Xavier stops before the Grand Elder.
It's been a long time, Uncle.
Sio's eyes widen. He remains where he is.
It seems my uncle has forgotten my face.
Xavier isn't dead. He was pulled into the Interstellar Gate. When we found him, he has been in a sleeping pod for 300 years. The room is chillingly silent. My passionate announcement doesn't receive a response.
I guess I've arrived at an inopportune time.
They planned this and everybody's like, what the?
Not at all. How could you say that? I'm simply overwhelmed. This is the greatest surprise. Why, it's the best gift in the world.
Man, even this sounds so fake. Like the way he said that sounds so fake. Like the fake happiness. With everyone's attention on him, Sayo steps forward with glistening eyes and embraces Xavier. But the muscles in his cheeks never relaxed. I can't help but wonder how hard he's clenching his teeth. I guess his confusion turns into exhilaration. The applause crashes like unending waves against the shore. The first step of our plan is complete. As for the second, every year, Saya's birthday banquet includes several members of the press. Seeing the spectacle, they eagerly navigate through the grass and urge Xavier to tell a story of returning from the Interstellar Gate.
I led an expedition team to seek the legendary Interstellar Gate 300 years ago. After departing, we stopped to resupply on a planet that's a loyal subject to the Empire. There we were ambushed. Dozens of starships descended on us in a coordinated strike. In the end, every member of my expedition perished. The cosmos swallowed their bodies.
Damn. It so sucks. It sucks because besides the fact that comrades died, they didn't even get to go properly back to like their families or nothing. They're just vanished with the cosmos and that's it. Like that's...
By sheer luck, the gate opened before me. I was pulled inside and survived.
Xavier looks to Sio.
Those who ambushed us flew Imperial starships, and their weapons belonged to the Empire's military.
Oh, he's going after right now.
Tell me, Uncle, who sent them?
The Grand Elder is momentarily speechless. The reporters notice the tension between them and whisper amongst themselves. Everyone, it's getting late. Let's bring the banquet to a close. End the event at the perfect moment and let doubt and suspicion simmer in the hearts of the guests. After the banquet, Xavier and I returned to the palace. I already sent people to spread rumors. In 2 days, conspiracy theories will roam the streets. I look out the window. At the palace gates, guards are escorting several reporters. Do you think CEO left behind any evidence?
As far as he's concerned, my death was guaranteed. Why risk drawing attention by wiping the records? Doing nothing would be safer.
His calm expression remains as if he's speaking about someone else. I have been wanting to ask you, how did you survive the ambush, and how did you enter the Interstellar Gate?
At the last moment, someone helped me. They led me away from certain death and gave me a chance to live.
Who was it?
I'm still looking. I never saw their face, so their assistance was done with silent signals. If I see the same handwriting again, I might recognize it.
I suddenly recall Xavier flipping through the old handwritten files back in the archives. He must have been searching for a trace of the person who saved him. Well, aren't you loyal?
Without that person, I wouldn't be here.
A weight as heavy as stone settles in my heart. Have you found them yet?
Almost.
Don't forget, I was the one who pulled you out of the Deepspace. Half the credit is mine. Xavier reaches out, his slender fingers brush against my cheek and slide behind my ear.
Of course. I couldn't have survived without you.
A cool touch grazes my neck as the necklace settles against my collarbone, and its gleaming gemstone is reminiscent of a falling star. Xavier gently sweeps my hair aside, his knuckles grazing my neck. He fastens the class.
It suits you better than I had imagined.
Oh. I glanced at the long sword on his hip. The jewel on his hilt was gone.
I had a necklace made, and this Celeste tiding was set into it.
That gemstone would represent your status as a prince, yet you're giving it to me?
I'm no longer a prince. Now it's only a keepsake that's accompanied me for years.
Aww.
The necklace has nothing to do with our agreement. It's simply a gift for my partner.
Moonlight spills across Xavier's face. For a moment, his eyes shine as brightly as the Celeste tiding. I touch the jewel that rests against my chest. It's still warm from his touch, and my heart races. It's beautiful. I accept your gift. I lower my head to look at the necklace. It's cool to the touch, smooth, and has a unique design. Wait, where did you get the money to hire a designer?
300 years ago, I funded several institutes as they researched the interstellar gate. Now that I've been revived, they honored the contracts and paid me back. I was one of the founders.
Well, damn. Investments. I won't say you're unable to adapt to modern society again. The ambush among Xavier and his expedition sparked rumors. They were whispers of betrayal and lies. In time, suspicions turned to CEO. He could no longer sit still. One day, our informants reported that CEO set off with his confidants. They were heading to the site where Xavier was ambushed. In our spacecraft, Xavier and I followed them. We watched the Grand Elder spaceship veer towards an abandoned military base. Ooh, okay. The control room has a recorder that captures voices in various military operations. Even though it's been shut down, the data can still be recovered. This must be CEO's target. Xavier nods and places a small communication device into my ear.
Contact me if anything happens, and be careful.
He slips out of the vessel. Using the base's shadow for cover, he interrupts Sayo at the... okay. What is it? At the front gate. And he says, "Good morning, Uncle."
Good morning, Uncle.
Xavier, what are you doing here?
I'm here for the same reason you are.
He's about to, like, really confront him. During the exchange, I piloted the spacecraft to circle Sayo and land in front of the control room. The dome is draped with web-like cables, and the screen that once glowed now sit as a blank black glass. A thick layer of dust coats the main console, but the recorder remains intact. I restored the emergency power supply and attempt to log in, but the system denies my access. The base was decommissioned too early. My credentials were never entered. I'll have to remove the recorder and decode it later. On the recorder's cold casing, I noticed a hidden groove. It matches my necklace's celestating. This? In my ear, the conversation between Xavier and Sayo comes through over the communication device.
Out of all the places you could visit, you chose this one, Uncle? Aren't you worried about getting your hands dirty?
There's only dust. It shouldn't be difficult to sweep away.
No laugh. A mocking laugh resounds. Xavier's voice melts into night, cold, sharp. It's akin to the shining light on the edge of a sword.
When I was a child, you brought me to this planet. Back then it was a royal hunting ground. Manticores were present as far as the eye could see.
My dear nephew, are you still bitter about how I accidentally left you here? I remember those monsters almost tore you apart.
Man, every line that he says, it just sounds so, like, fake. Like, he's like, you accidentally left you? No, you probably purposely left him here. Like, why are you so fake?
I'm sorry. I was the one at fault back then. I didn't properly take care of you.
Your apology is late. I'm curious. Are you trying to sweep away dust? Or me?
It's a shame you were fortunate. You survived.
Maybe I've been luckier than you ever since I was born.
Xavier!
Oh my god, the way he just did that with his lip. Bloodline has always been a thorn in Sayo's side. He spent half his life pulling it out, only for Xavier to drive it deep into his bones again. I wish I could see the Grand Elder's expression. It must be priceless. Xavier, you're wicked.
Indeed.
I have the recorder, so I'll be leaving first. Keep him busy.
You're in a different era, Xavier. You have nothing. For 3 centuries, I've eliminated your supporters. They went to their graves and never knew why.
I detach the recorder and return to the spacecraft. Taking off, I look back at Xavier. From here, I can't read his expression.
You have 1 foot in the grave, yet no crown sits on your head. You're the one who has nothing.
Ooh! Oh, that was such a good fucking line. That's so true, because he probably did all this probably because he wanted to be like emperor, and then that didn't ever happen. He just has to be on the side being just the Grand Elder, and that's it. But he probably wanted to be like the emperor, right? And that just didn't go through. Holy. The sky grows dark, clouds hang low, and the broken walls and bare rebar groan in the wind. As if echoing an omen, my spacecraft alarm blares. Several identifiable starships are closing in. Something's not right. Science reinforcements are here. We need to move.
Take the recorder and head back first.
I grit my teeth. Leaving a partner behind to be a target of firepower. That's not how I operate. I piloted my spacecraft directly into their line of sight. As expected, they turned and unleashed a storm of fire on me. I can't use the original route. I need to find another path. Amidst the violent turbulence, I remember the place where Xavier found the interstellar gate. It's inside this restricted zone. I can only hope the gate that once saved him will shield me.
Why would you expose yourself like this?
Who would abandon their partner? The calm signal weakens. At last, I drive into the restricted zone and it cuts out. An unstoppable pull seizes my vessel. That breathtaking sight returns before my eyes. Gold and black entwine like dancers at a grand ball as the skirts flare. Scholar spins towards the vortex center. The spacecraft's power supply dies, and I'm dragged helplessly into the vortex. Wish me luck, Xavier. The violent tremors tear my mind apart. I can't withstand the impact and lose consciousness. Oh my god. When I open my eyes, the familiar starlight is gone. A formless void surrounds me. Am I inside the gate? The sight before me defies human understanding and breaks the laws of physics. Glowing strands made of gravitational forces weave together, forming countless shifting quadrilaterals. They entangle in endless fields. Time and space twist like mirror fragments in a kaleidoscope. They bend, fold, swirl, and swell. The fiends look like stacked screens, and inside each one is a flickering fragment of someone's life. Space-time isn't bound by any laws here. Past, present, and future have merged into one. The Imperial scholars were correct. Weightless, I drift aimlessly. I don't have any sense of direction, but then a single speck of starlight pierces the dim void. Is that the Celeste hiding from Xavier's sword? When I look down, the gemstone is still hanging from my necklace. Are we getting like a pull with the necklace? In the distance stands the desolate forest. A boy grips a long sword. Oh, are we getting like a...
Who sent you?
Once I cut off your head and deliver it to my client, you'll know.
A tongue that can't even flap properly doesn't deserve to stay in your mouth.
What is with these rude ass like bars here? In the gloomy forest, only towering trees and I bear witness to the brutal crash. He wipes away the mixture of sweat and blood from his face. It takes 3 attempts before his trembling hands pull out his sword from the assassin's corpse. The boy scrubs the blade against thick brushes to clean it. Suddenly, the Celeste setting trembles and the sword shudders at his hand. Is this like what is it? From the past, seeing Xavier's like as a kid, or?
Who's there?
He turned his head towards me, and I recognized that clear, piercing gaze. Okay, yes, it is. Okay.
A figment of my imagination.
Aww. The sword stops moving. We aren't in the same time nor the same dimension. Meeting each other is impossible. The boy drags his small, weary body away. He's no different from a lone leaf carried farther away by the wind. A faint glow pulls my attention downward. My Celeste sighting is flickering. Are you trying to tell me something? Yeah, I really was thinking like it's trying to pull her to like a bunch of places. Maybe to help understand Xavier's better. As if it understands me, the gem still pulls me towards another field. Oh no. I'm assuming this is... Oh no, this is probably the future. I follow the Celestine and travel through the scattered moments of Xavier's life. His past, his present, perhaps even his future, vast as the stars themselves, to scatter across the galaxy. Blinding fire rushes in and I spot a distinct field. Explosions shake the entire space station. The heavy barrage tears into it like a beast that only leaves... Okay. This was 300 years ago, the day Xavier's expedition was attacked. Oh, okay. So another pass. From the gravitational strings, I see Xavier. Flames burn his clothes and torn fabric sticks to bleeding wounds. Metal shards cut his cheek. Xavier! Stay calm. This already happened. I'm only a bystander. Xavier will be alright. He says someone helped him escape so he could reach the Interstellar Gate. What if that is somehow like us? I try to calm my heart while keeping Xavier in my line of sight. The last surviving expedition member is scared and crying.
Captain, are we going to die here?
Xavier steps on the bodies, shields him, and fires decisively at the assassin heading straight for them.
Stay focused.
I search frantically, but I don't see any assistance. There isn't a silent signal. Then I notice a gun's barrel hidden in the corner. It's aiming at Xavier's heart. Do I need to like tap it? Xavier, behind you! I pound against the gravitational strings in an attempt to break through. Even the smallest noise might be enough to get Xavier's attention. The gravitational strings are tied to everything in the field. My strikes made them shake. He heard it, right? Okay. He hears them and turns around. My effort saved him. The bullet that should have hit his heart only grazes his coat and buries itself in the wall. But the second bullet cuts through the smoke and pierces the last remaining expedition member.
Captain! Run!
The expedition team member falls. Aside from me, there's no one who can help him. Aside from me? In the firelight, Xavier fires his last round. Tossing the gun, he pulls out the weapon he has left, his sword. The necklace tugs me. The Celestine light grows brighter, and Xavier's sword trembles with it.
It's you. Again?
His gaze sweeps to the space station. Then, seemingly pulled by the gemstone, he finds a location in the field.
Over 10 years ago, when I was in the forest, you were watching me.
Wait, what?
And now you've seen me at my worst again.
I finally realize where fate has been leading me. I'm an observer and a participant standing at the edge while also being at the center. Fate is like a Mobius strip, a climb battle. There is no beginning, ending, inside, or outside. The present me and him in the past were bound by one Celestine that spans across space and time. What?
At the last moment, someone helped me. They led me away from certain death and gave me a chance to live. I never saw their face, so their assistance was done with silent signals.
But how did we do this? Like,
without that person, I wouldn't be here.
Have you found them yet?
Almost.
Yeah, don't forget I was the one who pulled you out of Deepspace.
Of course. I couldn't have survived without you.
And then he gave us the necklace after. Huh. The words Xavier once said are like a key. Now they slid into the lock called the truth. He realized that I saved him, but it wasn't the me from his own time. I need to let Xavier leave this place. I drift outside the field and explore the space station structure. Then I find a route where an ambush hasn't been set up. I tug on the gravitational strings, which moved the tip of his sword. I guide Xavier towards a safe path. Wait, this has to be, like, the Kindle is going to be coming up after this, right? Because I'm assuming, is this from, like, the past, though? Artillery slammed into the starship. Akin to Crimson Scar, cracks spread across his hull. With my guidance, Xavier reaches the isolation chamber. The starship's only sleeping pod is here. Once the interstellar gate opens, he has to launch the pod and send it inside.
I still don't know who you are. Are you a human?
I do have the gemstone and tug on the gravitational strings to say yes.
So all you can control is this gemstone?
Xavier pauses, then he pushes the sand table and holds the sword above it.
Write out your message for me.
Pulling the gravitational strings does leave marks on the sand table, but they don't bend in the way I want them to. In the end, I only managed to scrawl out 2 crooked words: gate, hurry.
Your handwriting. It can be a new form of art.
He has the time to mock me? I protest by writing a giant X. Xavier looks at it and laughs. It's genuine, and I'm reminding of the dawn of a wintry day. My tension and fear quietly fade. The isolation chamber shudders, and the interstellar gate vortex appears. I shake the sword to signal that Xavier must leave.
We will meet again. I'll find you. It doesn't matter how long it takes.
How is this? Oh my god, how did this happen? How the heck did we travel? How is President us traveling back in time somehow help him, and then he finds us, and then he says this, and then he technically does find us in a way by coming back to us from the vortex. What the? Huh. The signal lock closes and seals itself. When the countdown ends, it launches towards the interstellar gate. The destroyed starship has used the last of its energy, and it floats into the darkness of deep space. Okay, that's when he gets trapped in the deep space then. I turn back and see a blinding flash at the interstellar gate center. Fields begin to shake, and the gravitational string flickers in and out, fragmented time, and it shines bright and dims. Is the gate collapsing? What's happening? The necklace on my chest trembles violently. It pulls on my neck. Is it because of the Celestine? Maybe even in the interstellar gate, free from your logic, won't allow the same object to exist in the past and present. The collapsing force pushes me. It's as if countless invisible hands are trying to drive me out. Xavier, we'll see each other in 300 years. A flash as bright as daylight swallows my vision. When I open my eyes again, the interstellar gate has cast me back into space. Okay, so we're out of the vortex now. Similar to how I was prior to entering it, I'm in my spacecraft. My hands grip the controls. I'm far away from the restricted zone, and the enemies who chased me have disappeared without a trace. What year is it now? What if I'm like Xavier? Was I thrown into an era that isn't mine? I stopped wasting time and reached the Empire's border. I think we just simply got pushed out, but I don't... The border starport looks the same. I let out a sigh of relief, but for some reason, it's strangely empty. Cloudwater Starport is the Empire's largest starport on the border, yet there isn't a single merchant spacecraft or caravan in sight. Did something happen? I land and leave my spacecraft. I've only taken a step where guards surround me. Wearing a look of concern, CEO emerges from the crowd.
Your Majesty, your absence during these past few days was worrying.
I only went for a short trip. You don't need to make a fuss, Grand Elder. CEO shakes his head. Exasperated, he looks at me as if I was a spoiled heiress.
Your Imperial Guard captain gave us a confession. Before your disappearance, the last person to see you was Xavier. He stayed in the palace, seduced you, and manipulated you. He wanted to drive a wedge between you and the Assembly of Elders.
Okay. Where's Xavier?
Xavier is wanted for putting the Empress in danger. His whereabouts are unknown.
Using his words, I slowly pieced together what I missed. Xavier and I have already clashed at the military base. Any pretense of peace vanished. After I entered the interstellar gate, the Empire had no leader, so CEO declared himself the regent just as he did 300 years ago. Grand Elder, you and I should talk. I'd like your opinion on something that you might be interested in. I still have the recorder I got from the military base. He won't refuse. The data inside could turn the tide of this power struggle. That's why he rushed to intercept me. Okay, so at least we didn't, go anywhere else. It was just like, okay, we took a few days somewhere else.
Let's speak plainly. Considering the current situation, do you still plan to side with Xavier, Your Majesty?
If you hadn't always put me in impossible positions, I wouldn't need to ally myself with Xavier.
To always oppose your policies. It was a short-sighted move on my part. If your majesty helps me get rid of Xavier, I will give you my unconditional support.
It looks like I have a choice, but in reality, I don't. For now, I have to play along. It's settled then. I don't want to see an heir with the Cold Dynasty's bloodline either.
In that case, will you entrust the recorder to me?
As expected, that's your objective. I remain calm and smile. Of course, but the best move is to remove the threat directly. It's better to take a risky gamble than sit and wait. I must meet Xavier. The method I use is of little importance. Sayo looks at me, his expression unreadable. His eyes reveal his suspicions. I have the recorder. It's only a matter of time before Xavier appears before me. I take off the necklace I'm wearing. This gemstone is a device that we use to communicate. Have it appear in an auction. Xavier will show himself when he sees it. The rest is up to you. Sayo silently stares at me. I meet his probing gaze without fear. He grins and holds out his hand.
Your Majesty, I hope we have a good partnership.
Yes, let us get what we want with it. I don't take his wrinkled hand. Instead, I shove the recorder he covets into it. Okay, so what are we doing here? What's the plan here? Cloudworks reports several days later. Sayo announces the auction as per my suggestion. Today, people will bid on Celestine. I touch my neck and remember Xavier's words. I'll find you, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I hope Xavier understands what I'm doing.
Your Majesty, the Grand Elder has a message. He would like it if you stayed put. He has ordered men to attend the auction, and they shall capture Xavier.
Understood. You're dismissed. Afraid I'll ruin his plans, he restricted my movements. I pace back and forth in the corridor to shake off the unease in my heart. Oh, man. Oh, what?
The Celeste hiding is missing! Level 1 alert! Watch out for intruders!
What is going on? It must be Xavier. Where is he? Okay. Alright, I get it.
You gave away the Celeste tiding I gave you just like that.
He's mad. It was part of the plan. Obtaining what you desire requires you to give something precious.
They'll be here soon. What's the plan?
Okay. Stay away from me. The guards are outside. What are you trying to do?
Stop struggling.
Oh my god, this lightsaber shit! I love it, so fucking cool!
You can't escape.
This is cute. I love it. Ooh, look at this! Okay, because they're just pretending. I have an idea for a play. The missing crown prince. Oh no. The missing crown prince kidnaps the current empress in front of everyone. What do you think?
Do that and the Empire's mine.
Oh.
How are you so sure that I won't hurt you?
We're secret allies, partners in revenge, and... Oh! Oh, look at the stars in the background! Oh, shit!
Are you insane?
What are you fighting for? We actually left a bite mark on him. Oh my god. I knew you couldn't handle it.
You lured me here, and I won't let you walk away.
The Queen is over there! Majesty! Quickly, hurry! On it!
From now on, Your Majesty.
Name's mine, like.
You're all
Yeah,
mine.
yo. Oh my god. And they just turned to like a star together. What the that's so cool. But where are they going though? Like a starship carries Xavier and me away from the Crawlware support, or starport. How did you get your hands on a starship?
The founder of Operation Interstellar Gate has the authority to request starships.
Seeing Xavier's calm expression, I can't resist teasing him. You kidnapped me without a second thought, but what you want the most, the recorder from the military base is still inside his hands.
Didn't you already pull out the data chip from it? Back at the military base, I heard you unlock the hidden slot through the comms.
I'll have to remove the recorder and decode it later. In the recorder's code casing, I noticed a hidden groove. It matches my necklace celestite. I examine the necklace closely and find a tiny clasp with the gemstone links to the necklace. I detach the stone and insert it into the recorder. The hexagonal shell unfolds to reveal the data chip inside. Okay, so we got it out before giving the recorder to Sile because he still thinks everything's fine. Okay, nice. We actually knew. Disappointed, I pull out the data chip and pout. Xavier sets the starship to autopilot and moves closer to me.
You've already entered the gate.
I lower my head as he fastens the necklace around my neck. He carries our promise.
Then you're aware. No matter how long it takes, I will find you.
Of course. Otherwise, I never would have risked using this necklace as bait. I look into his eyes. Maybe tonight is the first time we've truly met. All these memories are past only we remember. This promise spanned 300 years, and on this night it's been fulfilled.
I kept my word.
My beating heart is akin to the ripples on the water's surface. Stirred by the wind, they're restless and impossible to soothe. This isn't the first time I've seen his face from a distance that's almost negligible, yet right now, it feels different. Perhaps these feelings have already sprouted, but before I entered the Interstellar Gate, I refused to face them. When I saw Xavier 300 years ago, covered in wounds, I never had time to hear my own heartbeat.
You said what I wanted the most was the evidence of Sio's crimes. That's not true.
I'm assuming what he wanted the most was to know who helped him.
What I want the most is a person.
His hand trails on my neck and rests on my waist. Meeting his burning gaze, I raise my hand, press it against his neck, and kiss him. You're bold.
I hope you can forgive me, Your Majesty.
Xavier's warm lips find mine, and his tongue slips. Dang! Yo, I swear I couldn't. His breaths are akin to fire. They burn away my reason. Is this how you asked me to forgive you? Xavier firmly grips the small of my back.
May I be bolder, Your Majesty.
If I said you couldn't, would you listen to me? That was good. Holy.
May I be bolder, Your Majesty.
Ah! Oh my god.
Not necessarily.
You like, I ain't gonna listen to you. Then we're getting on a starship? Like, that's crazy. My back hits the cold control console, but Xavier's warm hand shields me from it. We move as though we're the interstellar gates of opposing currents. Entwined in the emptiness of deep space, we rush and converge towards a singular point. The blinding light is gone. I can only hear his breaths, his emotions, his desire. The world is seemingly reduced to only us. We emerge in the silence of deep space. The Royal Theater several days later. When Xavier took me from the Crawlware Supper, he left Sio a ticket to the Lingering Sword. The Prince's Revenge is a story on the stage and a conflict in reality. Even the longest hatreds must end. Likewise, every play must have have a curtain call. The final actors arrive. Struggling, you know. In the dim theater, I sit in the center of the front row. Moments before the curtain rises, Sio arrives. His expression has darkened as he stops beside me.
Watch enough plays, and Your Majesty starts acting as well.
Watching and performing never had a clear distinction. It's a classic tale. A prince who's been betrayed and revenge just long overdue. And an inevitable sacrifice. Everyone can see a reflection of themselves in the tale. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't share your majesty's taste for leisure, but since you insist, I shall sit with you.
He pushes away the imaginary dust from his robe, lets out a cold snort, and sits next to me. This performance is a play within a play. Do you see the king on the stage? His schemes will be exposed to everyone through the play.
It's a vulgar tale.
Just by saying it, I notice his clenched fists and pale knuckles. The spotlight focuses on a young man slowly guiding a middle-aged man onto the stage. The middle-aged man's face is pale. He steps unsteady. It's as if each one is draining the last of his strength. The younger man's face is heavy with worry. With whispering comfort, his gaze shows a deep sorrow.
Xavier hast been missing for a year now. My dear brother, thou mustn't keep wasting away. I brought a sedative. Take it first, then rest.
Oh no.
Is there a mistake in the script?
I'm not sure. Let's keep watching.
Okay, so they changed it then. The scene changes and the apothecary, what is it? Apothecary hands a glass vial to the king's brother.
Your Highness, the dosage must be precise. If the poisoning is too obvious, we won't see another day. Perfect measurements shall make others believe he died from the grief of losing his son.
Oh, wow. The scene changes again. The middle-aged man's breath grows weaker. With a barely audible sigh, he closes his eyes. Next to him, his brother smiles.
Starting today, the Cosmic Empire is mine to command.
Oh my god.
Wait, isn't this?
About the Grand Elder!
This is so cool that they really ratted him out this way with the play.
Who changed the play's script?
The theater falls silent. The actor playing the new king is confused and meets Sire's gaze. Everyone in the audience holds their breath. It's a predictable twist.
What are you trying to do?
Allow me to remind you of your deeds.
Man, I don't know. This is some cool ass shit to be planning like this. What the heck? A tall, upright figure walks onto the stage. Reaching the front part of the platform, he stands. Xavier looks down from above, his voice cold and emotionless.
In the original play, the prince suspects his uncle is the murderer, yet he hesitates and never strikes. However, I prefer a direct approach for revenge. So I rewrote the script. You don't like it?
Guards! Where are the guards? Seize this liar at once!
So they're having it out and he orders, no one moves. Xavier, or rather the prince in the play, takes 2 steps forward. He faces the actor who's playing the prince's uncle, but his gaze moves past him until I don't see him.
The Empire's true sinner is you, uncle.
Ooh, oh my god.
Have you ever thought about repenting? When you wake from your dreams in the middle of the night, are you afraid?
The actor on stage says nothing. Instead, Seo's voice plays slowly through the theater speakers. These are exact words from 300 years ago. We pulled them from the recorder.
After it's done, money, honor, power. I can give you everything you desire. I don't want to see Xavier or a single member of his expedition make it back alive. It's better if their bodies don't return. Then there will be no proof.
Oh, this is so good. A spotlight sweeps across the stage and lands on Seo, who sits in the audience. He's forced to squint.
300 years ago, you conspired with generals to assassinate the heir apparent. Then you contacted an apothecary to poison the monarch. And today, 300 years later, you abducted the Empress to hide your crimes and seize power. Your crimes can never be forgiven.
Oh, I love the way Xavier sounds here. He sounds like you could hear how upset and mad. I just love it. Xavier looks at me and waits for my judgment. Seo, as your Empress, I declare that you shall pay for your sins with your life. Xavier draws the sword from his waist. Its icy gleam sharp enough to slice. Wow. The blade pierces Seo's withered frame. A mix of terror, pain, and relief crosses Seo's wrinkled face, until it breaks into a broken wail. From this moment, evil is buried in the night along with this unfinished play. News of Seo's execution sweeps across the empire like a storm. The details of the night, along with the altered play, are spun into countless stories about the people's imagination. The streets and alleys know of them. Some praise me for ending Seo's plot with a merciless decisiveness. Others praise Xavier for enduring endless trials and burying every humiliation to honor his fallen comrades with his enemy's blood. In addition to the gossip and tales, the empty seat in the Assembly of Elders creates new ambitions. So long as the blood-stained bone remains upon the high dies, countless people will claw their way towards it. Their hunger is insatiable. The struggle for power would never have a simple ending. Okay, I thought it was gonna end because you... Okay. I rest in my bed after getting a good night's sleeps. I've decided to not worry about the future. And obviously, Xavier is sleeping with us here. Sunlight filters through the heavy curtains and spills across Xavier's face. He's still asleep. I roll over and make the mattress bounce. He doesn't stir. I lean in and blow air at the hair on his forehead. His eyelash slightly tremble, but his eyes stays closed. His body doesn't move. I reach out and touch his long eyelashes. He stretches out his arm, pulls me back down, and holds me in his embrace.
It's so bright.
I was trying to block the light for you, but you don't appreciate my efforts.
Just close your eyes.
Xavier kisses me to stop me from talking. The bedchamber falls silent again. His lips' softness and warmth are like medicine for my heart. He gently pinches. Okay.
Sleep a little longer.
He pinches my cheek before letting go. I can't. I'm hungry. What are your plans next? Xavier sits up and faces the sunlight. Drowsiness fades from his face.
I plan to leave in a few days. I'll work with the Imperial scholars and install a trail of eternal lights across the space stations. They'll be similar to a chain of stars. Those lights will serve as a guide from the interstellar gate to the Cloud World starport.
You're doing this for your expedition? Xavier nods. Buried in the starship, lost in Deepspace, their remains will never return home. I hope these lights will guide their souls to where they belong. Come back soon. And before you go, have your identity verified by the secretary. You won't need guards to announce your arrival when you enter the palace then. Xavier raises an eyebrow.
Your Majesty is making an exception for me? Aren't you afraid of the gossip?
No, because now you are our favorite. I smell... Yeah, you're right. Oh, you're my favorite. Of course I'm making an exception. Oh my fucking god, that's so cute. Oh, I love that. I love that. Wow, this is a very, like, oh, this is such a cool story. The fact, like, it was just like us collabing together just so we could take down this one dude because we're here finding out that he's the reason why Xavier and his family is pretty much all gone because he wanted to take over the empire. But it's so weird because he did all of that, and like Xavier said, you didn't even become emperor or nothing, so you just did all that for fucking nothing. You just ended up just being a grand elder and that's it. And then obviously for her, she was like, well, I had to go through all of my decisions and I have to go through him, and he's been hindering everything that I want to do for the empire. Like, wow, that's so interesting that, you know, that he randomly appeared because we were researching the interstellar gate at the beginning. And then everything, I just really like this story. This was really good. I'm so glad the way they handle this. They were like, all their plans were so cool. The fact that they use a whole play, the fact that they talked about the play like halfway, and then to find out that it was based off his story, and then they used that story to rewrite it and redo it to rat him out in front of like everybody there. Like, oh, that's so like cool. I can't believe it. And the kingdom was so cool too. Just seeing them have like a lightsaber battle because they're pretending to show like they're fighting because they're thinking that, you know, Xavier is kidnapping the princess or the empress, but that's not happening. And the way she was acting with it, and like I said, it was so cool seeing them like turn kind of into stars, like a shooting star going down, like at the end. Oh, that's so cool. I really like this. This was really, really cool. Surprisingly, not much intimacy on this card, but I guess the story was so compelling because it's based off Xavier's revenge and trying to figure out what's going on or what happened to him, to his comrades, to his family, to everything. And he finally got the closure because we were able to help him. Also, it was kind of interesting that somehow we knew him in the past, but I don't know how that happened because it just seems like we randomly just got there. So it's like, it seems like we knew him in the past, then found him again, like when he was a boy, then we found him again during the worst time of his life, and then somehow on present day we find him again. I'm like, what? That's so like, how the hell did that happen? I don't know, because that doesn't make sense to me. How present day you somehow already met him in the past, because it doesn't sound like she ever did. But maybe maybe the other timelines probably already did that. I don't know, because timelines obviously work differently, especially since if that interstellar gate or interstellar gates in general apparently merge like a bunch of like timelines in one, maybe they somehow were able to, but I don't know. Other than that, I thought it was great. Like I said, it wasn't that much interesting, but everything else fucking like topside. I think this was a really, really great story for Xavier, and I overall enjoyed everything. And like I said, the fact that the secretary told her, like, well, you wanted me to find a way to hide him, so I just called him your favorite. And then in the end, she's like, well, you are my favorite, because technically, I'm assuming they pretty much fell in love, and I think that's so cute. I really enjoyed this story. This was so good. Anyway, thanks for watching my reaction to Xavier's Eulogy of Light. It was a really great story. I really, really liked it, and I hope you guys did too. What do you guys think of Xavier's story? Did you like the Kindle lightsaber scenes? The fact that she bit him, which was so fucking like, what the heck? The fact that he had to get used to modern stuff because he really is obviously 300 years in the past. You're not gonna know shit now. That was really funny. Just trying to help him, understand how life is now. I just enjoyed like the whole story. It was really like compelling. I feel like it was a lot. Normally I don't really get Xavier cards much, but this one was really good and I really liked it. And I hope you guys did too. Like I said, you guys let me know if you liked the story or whatnot. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching my reaction to Xavier's new card. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.